Good morning. Today is Julie's Wednesday class. We have pictures to do today, and it's a half day, so that'll be what our day consists of. I get to see the honeymoon, of course, today, and then I get to go home, and then I've got places to be. Julie's Wednesday class, and I don't know if she's going to count this as a late, but I'm going to count it as late, which puts us from 6 to 7. Oh, no, bro! Oh, Volo has left the course, and now I've got nobody to pitch for or interview. Oh, it can.
Be suitable for modern television right now. Visual approach with the advances pitch, but here, be confident. We all know each other now quite well. A lot of words, and some of them are just kind of a couple of bullet points. So if there is a lot of words, I'm not expecting you just standing in. Anyone knows who's going to be off today? I know Anna will be off. Anyone else message who's going to be off? Zach? Aiden?
Man, I don't even get to see my own face on the board, guys.
He's not feeling well, so he doesn't know if he'll be in or not. Okay.
That's some nonsense.
The art itself and what the photo was in itself. Because to me, the start and the end of the week are the most stressful times for people in their life.
All that effort put into researching my PowerPoint, 24 hours later, I find out Volo has moved to HND. It could have been me, but it wasn't me, so I don't even know what to say. 24 hours of work put into this presentation just to find out he was gone. So, the original premise of my Pearls of Wisdom, in which I would be presenting on Vladimir, was to discuss sustainable and affordable travel and how people of young adult ages could get their way around it. It would have been a 5-person shoot with myself as the director and Vladimir as my interviewee. Originally I was planning on filming in the TV studio because it's nice and dark and I'd be able to get a nice warm tone and feel to it. Personally, I believe that this would be our audience of young adults in terms of 19 to say 25, maybe slightly older. And I say this because a lot of younger people would love the opportunity to go out and see the world. And I believe Vladimir had a lot of insight on how to do that while you're still young, and the best possible way to get around that. I would have had this release pre-Watershed because there would have been nothing graphic or vulgar within its language. It would have just been nice and informative. I think I would have chosen roughly around April, May time, so that way people can get ready to book their holidays for the summer, or even something like a city break later in the year for somewhere like December. Following on from that, I thought very clearly about how Vladimir loves to document his travels through photography. You'll see that in the next slide, how many places he's actually been to, which I found mental. And how to get around the hefty price tags. He was going to talk about what equipment he uses, such as what websites, which travel agents to go to, how he gets his guides, who to talk to. And as you can see, I've got my physical reaction as to finding out that he'd left, but he's been to the likes of Italy, he's been to Greece, Cyprus, the lot, Rome. As for a location, although I did mention the TV studio, but I don't actually have a location scouted for whoever I will be filming next. So I was going to say I was going to ask for the lecturer's help based off of that. And yeah, like my friend said at the start, I've practically fallen off. There's always going to be a negative, but we can turn that into a positive. So my question for you was, is that a good pitch?
Yeah.
Sure.
What?
Today. Here I'm going to explain Resident Evil Leon's similarities with Sam and why Sam came in a police costume. Okay, so this pitch is by me, John Perry, the idea is by Sam. But before we get into it, quick stat, I've never actually played a Resident Evil game. I'm sorry, I'm a chicken, I'm a hypocrite. I will watch all relevant material and why Leon Kennedy is a good male role model.
Male?
Okay, so trauma and real world through the lens of metaphor. So why do we do this? Traumatic experiences can be very complicated and can be difficult to process. So a lot of time it can be easy to kind of put it into a metaphor to kind of more easily distance ourselves from it.
And so today concludes day 23 of Hnc TV Year 2 on the 29th of October 2025. Another few lows. Number one, I wish him the best, I really do, in his endeavours and his course work. Volo has left to go into HND, and very unfortunate, I was meant to be there. It should have been me! But I can't change that. I am very happy for him. I believe he suits that far more than the HNC this year. And, you know, he'll have a brilliant time with lecturers like Gavin, Rab, and Julie. What a great mix, by the way. Not to say there's anything wrong with Pavel, by the way, just so you know. But that also means that I did a pitch for basically nothing. But it also means I don't have to redo my pitch. So all I need to do is find a person that I'm going to film with, get my ideas put together, and then film them and interview them. I'll figure something out in due time. I'm not ready to do it, but it will have to happen. Some takeaways from this. Big shout out to the Honeymoon for recording the pitch for me. I really appreciate that, of course. And, you know, tomorrow's Panels Thursday class. I don't know what we've got in store. Might be some new stuff. Might not be. But the Honeymoon does reckon it might be something to do with graphic motion. And I remember doing that with Gavin last year and doing it miserably. So maybe this year it might be better. But you never know. Stay tuned.